What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Loki video. We will be discussing just why the TVA aren't who they say they are, and possibly who the main villain could be for this show, and how it's another Agatha all along situation. If you're new to the channel and want more from us, please do consider dropping a subscribe down below and liking the video if you enjoyed it, and checking us out under Superhero Nexus on TikTok. Now, this is a video that carries on from my episode 2 preview that I wanted to break out into its own video, and it's something I have been discussing over on TikTok as well. The multiverse war, as Miss Minutes explained, led to the Timekeepers actually taking over and fixing all of time into one time stream. I did talk how that multiverse war could be a version of Secret Wars 2015, so check out that video if you're interested. Now, instantly, the God of Mischief felt very uneasy at the TVA, probably because he was heavily outmatched, but he had also never heard of the Timekeepers, the TVA, or what they do. Loki is notoriously well connected, of course, and always the smartest man in the room. However, his cynicism is shared by many of us, especially after Agatha and Sharon having some big twists in their own TV shows, and it's evident to me that the TVA and Timekeepers have far more to them than meets the eye. Of course, the Timekeepers did exist in the comics and was created by one of the last directors of the TVA at the end of time. However, they had an evil counterpart known as the Time Twisters, who would use Immortus being the other version of Kang the Conqueror, the legendary Avengers and Fantastic Four villain who loves to go around time and, take over and become a warlord. Now, Kang already has a connection to the MCU Time Variance Authority, as the judge and seemingly head of the Time Variance Authority is Ravonna Renslayer. Now, in the comics, she was actually a love of Kang. Well, she was. Kang went back to the 40th century and went to her kingdom where she was a princess and tried to actually take it over, but they were the only kingdom that resisted the evil warlord until, she actually, got together with him. A love story we can all relate to. Now, with this in mind, I do think that Ravonna Renslayer has been acting cagey. She was very rattled when Loki asked her about the Keepers, and was also strange in her office when talking to Mobius. But what about the Timekeepers? Well, I believe that technically the Timekeepers do exist, except they have been swapped out with different people, and that, I think, are the Time Twisters. Now, the Time Twisters, this gets complicated. The Time Twisters were corrupted replacements made by the Keepers. I think here Kang has actually taken them over and swapped them out, and the whole TVA is a front for Kang's operation to actually run all of time and make sure that there are no other realities. One of the Timekeepers does actually look like him, and there is an image in the courtroom of the TVA where it looks as though two people of the Timekeepers are on one side and one is on the other, and it's looking like he's about to betray them, which is interesting, and it could be a hint there. Now, one of the Timekeepers is alone at the tree, and this does mirror the Garden of Eden and Eve taking the forbidden fruit. So what if Kang actually took the forbidden fruit of, controlling time on his own? It's a very interesting one there, and I do really like that idea. But Kang is a humongous character. I'm not saying that they're definitely going to introduce this major character here in the TV show, but I do think that something is going on, and I do think that the Timekeepers are not what they say they are, because, as we know, the MCU loves to bait and switch these villains. Both WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier have had villains that buck the trend of an out and out, straight up, that's the villain, that's the show. Either way, I think that he has taken over and is a setup for his appearance in Ant-Man Quantumania. I mean, Scott Lang did visit the TVA with the Fantastic Four when Reed Richards was missing, but hey. Personally, I think that Mobius and the rest of the TVA are actually unaware. Loki will play the game trying to work with the rest of the TVA until he's able to work to try and overthrow the TVA, at which point it will be revealed that, well, this has happened, and Loki will try to convince Mobius to try and defect with him. Maybe the other variant is actually trying to overthrow this and has seen the truth. Maybe this variant did what Loki's doing now and actually realized all of what happened with this evil secret behind the TVA. But that's it for this video. Please do drop a like down below. Please do subscribe with notifications on. I will have my episode 2 video out very, very early for you on Wednesday morning in the UK, and I think it's like midnight or 2 a.m. for you in America who are watching it, so props for that. But hey, the UK have had to stay up quite a long time for a few things like the Super Bowl and WrestleMania, so it's our turn. I'll see you soon and goodbye.